What's going on, everybody? I'm a bit late this morning, but One Piece chapter 1045 just came out last night in Irish time, but yesterday in every other country's time. Um, so we're gonna react, and just give impressions. I managed to avoid getting spoiled this week, unlike last week. Um, so there's no cover story. There's a color spread instead of the Straw Hats. Running what looks like an ice cream truck or something like that. Uh, so that's pretty cool. It's cool always to see them in different scenarios that you wouldn't really expect from them. Uh, so we're chapter 1045. It's called Next Level. Obviously, probably referring to Gear Fifth, and it's actually written right there. A new level Gear Fifth. Which happened last chapter. So we're gonna get right into it. It's opening on the rooftop, yeah. Where it ended off last week, I'm guessing. Panpad, I was sure you were a goner after that. So was I. Since you're able to make such your surroundings rubbery, it should be safe to say you awakened your paramecia fruit. So yeah, Luffy is bouncing around on the roof, and it looks like everywhere he bounces, the ground is becoming rubber. Uh, and Kaido's just kind of like, what the fuck? But we know it's not a paramecia. We know it's a Zoan since last week. But something Kaido says, but something about this feels off. A transformation like this is more typical of a Zoan fruit. And yeah, so Kaido's kind of copping on to what is up with Luffy's fruit, but Luffy's not really listening. He's just saying, Kaido is in his dragon form, like trying to eat him, and Luffy's just kind of hands behind his head, just chilling, legs up in the air, bouncing around. So Kaido has bitten Luffy, yeah. And Luffy's like, yeah, you bastard. Yeah, gulp, chop. So Luffy is bouncing around inside of Kaido, kind of like when you see in cartoons when a snake eats something and it's like going up and down. That's Luffy going through Kaido right now, and Kaido's kind of like and Luffy says "Gumma Gumma no balloon." So Luffy goes into a Gumma Gumma no balloon inside of Kaido's stomach, and Kaido's kind of like you little, and so Kaido's stomach is completely inflated in the center, and Yamato and Momo are just kind of looking on like, what the fuck? And that's a duplicate page. So yeah, either Momo or Yamato. Yeah, Momo is saying, "What's that? What the heck's going on?" And no idea. It looks like Kaido put on weight. Is this some form of his? Yamato says. So Yamato is obviously confused, even though she knows all of Kaido's forms. And Kaido's saying, "Damn it, how are you doing this? Your body is meant to be rubbery, not mine." And Luffy's saying, "I see a pair of bright lights. Gumma Gumma no foosh." Luffy put his hands through Kaido's eyeballs and he's grabbed his snout. Kaido is all in his dragon form for all of this. Luffy's hands are coming out of where Kaido's pupils should be, and he's grabbed him by the snout. And escape rocket. So he's used that grabbing to launch himself up out of Kaido's mouth. And yeah, he's back to laughing like she she she. So he's back to his normal laugh, and whoosh, plop. So he's deflated himself and launched himself up into the sky. And Gumma Gumma no Luffy, what? So Yamato and Momo are after realizing what it is, and they're kind of like, what is going on? Gumma Gumma no Gigant, oh my god. Wait, so Luffy's turned himself into a giant? Or at least that's what it looks like, and he's saying Gigant. Yeah, Luffy turned himself into a giant. What? And Kaido's looking like, and Momo and Yamato are like, who is that? What? Luffy's voice is coming from that thing. Is that really him? So Kaido bit Luffy, and he's saying, yeah. And Luffy grabbed his horns, and Gumma Gumma no, and he's grabbed him around his like midriff as well. He's still Kaido is still in his dragon form, obviously. Goma Goma no jump rope. He's using Kaido like a skipping rope, and he's coming back down to the ground with him. Kaido is trying to use a Boro breath, and it burns. Luffy just took it head on, I guess. And oh crap, he just took a Boro breath head on. Yep. So Luffy is falling to the ground, but he's like completely black, like a when a cartoon character gets set on fire and their skin like turns to ash. And that's the last straw, grit, and he's he's Luffy is running like a cartoon character, just like his legs are going in circles, kind of like Scooby and Shaggy and Scooby Doo whenever they're running away from a ghost, and he's just running on the sky. He's running on air, and he's leaving a trail of fire behind him. Goma Goma no Panman 3 World Contest Ragnaroku. So Kaido is counterattacking, and yeah, what? Luffy's head got knocked through. Oh, okay, so Kaido hit Luffy on the head and it knocked Luffy's head down through the roof. So his head is just like massive, looking down through the roof with his eyes like out of his sockets, and all the beast pirates below are like, what? And so we have Law Kid, Chopper, Nami, and Tama all with their eyes popping out of their heads as well, looking at him like, ah. And so he's pulling his head back up through the roof, and yeah, so Kaido is back in his human form, and Luffy was towering over him. He's gone back to his normal form. It's like something out of a picture book, Kaido says. Yep. That's dead on. So Kaido's in hybrid. So Luffy, before he goes back to his regular form, looks gigantic compared to Kaido. Kaido is like, he's like 20 feet, isn't he? And Luffy looks to be like triple his size. So in that form, Luffy must be like 60 feet tall. So yeah, it's like something out of a picture book. Luffy says, "Man, that stings." Kaido says, "I'll admit you put on quite the show, but still you're at the end of your rope. You can't beat me." And Luffy just says, "Shut up." Luffy's just kind of sitting chilling, you know? I'm far from done. Pant. Huh? Pant. Wheeze. Ha. I'm beat. What the? Kaido is just like, Luffy is going into like that cartoonish form where he does this sometimes as well, where it's like someone will say something mean or something and he'll be like head down. He's in that form at the moment, but Kaido's just kind of like getting annoyed now. He's like, what the hell are you? Pant. Yeah, Kaido's kind of taking a knee and he's holding himself up on his Konobo, so he is getting like worn out as well. And Luffy says, "Okay, you're right, I'm about to croak. This is taking a lot out of me." And Kaido says, "You can rest easy and die then. Tales will be told about how you all fought this war." Luffy just says, "Who cares about that? Pant pant. When you're dead, only your bones stick around. She. That's pretty fucking metal, Luffy. Yeah, so Momo and Yamato are saying, it really is Luffy. He was unrecognizable with his hair and clothes all white like that, but his voice is still fading quickly. And Luffy says, we're not done yet, and he's taking a gear second form, like he's like fist to the floor, one hand on a knee and his legs apart, like he is in that panel against Bluno when he first goes into gear second. He's taking that stance and he's saying, we're not done yet. And then Luffy says, we're not done yet. And then, isn't that right, Momo, Tama, Pant, Kinemon, Pedro? And Kaido says, whoa, you're really gonna kill yourself. And Luffy is just thinking about everyone along the way. He's just listing out people. After all of this, do you really think something like death can scare me? Get loud again, heartbeat. What? So, just get loud again, heartbeat. So be it, Kaido says, and Kaido is taking a swing, and Luffy's back into his awakening form, and that's it. This is the sound. So, yeah, he just restarted his heart, I think. Yamato says, Luffy, watch out, and Luffy just looks at Kaido swinging the Konobo at him, and What the fuck is this power? Luffy just takes the Konobo smack to the back of the head, and his head just kind of like the Konobo is hits here, and the head just curves around it, and like his nose is like spiked out from one of the spikes on the Konobo, and so is his tongue, and like his head is as well. It has multiple spikes coming out, and it just says plonk. And Yamato's like, what? Luffy says it hurts, and his head, like the Konobo is gone, but his head is still in the shape. And he's like running, and his legs are wheeling up again. And Luffy goes, Kaido goes to slam the Konobo down again, and he does. Luffy just takes the hit, and he squishes. Uh, and the ground bends underneath him, so the Konobo attack doesn't do as much to him, and he gets bounced up into the air, and he's all like flattened down. He looks like a berserk. Do you know the God Hand? There's that one really small guy. He kind of looks like him. um, and he bounces off, and he's like up against a wall, and he's like beep beep, 3, 2, 1, 0. And he launches himself at Kaido, and he's spinning his arms around in circles. And Kaido's just thinking to himself, what in the world is he? This pure white transformation. He's coated with armament and conqueror's hockey, and he can influence anything around him with his ability. He fights with such freedom, so versatile. I've never seen anything like it. There is no one in this world capable of taking me down. He actually says there's no one in this world capable of taking me down out loud. And Luffy punches straight through his head? What? Wait, am I looking at this right? The fist just goes straight through him? Yeah, holy shit. Luffy put his fist directly through Kaido's face and, like, out the back. Yamato and Momo are looking on, and they're both like, oh my god. Yeah, Luffy's fist is, like, actually through Kaido's face. And Kaido is down. Luffy's fist came out, and Kaido's face, it wasn't like a hole in it or anything, but yeah, Kaido is down. And Luffy just says, I'm having the time of my life, Kaido. That's the end of the chapter. Holy shit. 1 second there. There's Luffy's Jigon form is said just like when he uses moves in Gear 3rd. So Gigant is like Gear 3rd, but in his awakening form. It's like in Gear 5th activating Gear 3rd form. Oh my god, this chapter is insane. I can't. Is there a break next week? 1 second there. No break next week. I think that's the most insane chapter of One Piece. Like, just straight up funny. Like I have no words. That was probably the most I've laughed at a chapter of anything ever. This is Luffy's Gear 5th is insane. I have no idea. Is Kaido actually? I assume Kaido is going to get back up again. We still haven't seen his awakening. Like, we know Zoan form's awakening besides Luffy's. They generally, well, we don't know, but generally Zoan forms are like impel down, where you become more like animal, you stop thinking and stuff. But judging off of Luffy's is the first mythological Zoan we've seen awakened. So we can presume that, like, Kaido's and Sengoku's and Katarina Devon, but she won't awaken in the story because she only just got her fruit. Who else? Marco's. We can assume all of these awakenings, like, do more than just what a Zoan awakening does. So, we would assume that Kaido has awakened his fruit because, like, he's Kaido. Like, it would be surprising if he hadn't. So, is he gonna? What I'm wondering is Kaido gonna get back up and use his awakened form, or has he been using his awakened form and we just weren't aware because we didn't know what his non-awakened form was like? Or we really have to wonder about this. Of course, Kaido is a Zoan, mythical Zoan, so his regeneration is like way higher than everyone else's. So we'll have to see like what the story is, you know. But yeah, and again, I'm gonna throw it in there because I'm still waiting on it. Possible flashback for Kaido soon. Like it looks like we're getting to the end of the fight. Like I'd say there might be 5 chapters left at most of the fight if there's no flashbacks, because I'd say it'll be a drawn out fight. But yeah, I just I have no words. Leave a comment down below what you thought of this chapter. I loved it. I think it's every chapter since 10 or 985 when Onigashima started. Nearly every chapter has been just like top tier. Like I'd say Wano is competing with like Eni's Lobby Water 7 at this point. It just needs to keep going with it. So yeah, I'd say I'm Wano is top 2 for me at the moment. I consider Eni's Lobby and Water 7 one arc, but I'd say Wano is it's second at the moment. It can possibly even overtake that arc, and if it does, it just needs to keep going like how it's been going since 985. It's just insane. So leave a comment down below what you thought of this chapter, what you think of the raid on Onigashima so far, now that we're 60 chapters into 60 chapters. The raid on Onigashima is nearly as long as some of the longest arcs in the story, and it's only a part of an arc. But yeah, leave a comment down below what you think of Onigashima so far. Leave a comment down below where you'd put Wano as an arc entirely, and then Onigashima as a separate in the overall arc rankings for the story. And leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace. Thanks for watching.